Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today, we are talking about episode. Let's see, was it episode 4 of DanDaDan? Dan, Dan,
Dan,
Dan,
dan, dan, dan,
Dan,
dan, dan, dan.
I am Nick. With me is Josh,
Hello.
and we're watching the episode delightfully titled "Kicking Turbo Granny's Ass."
God, do they ever.
Yep. Our episode starts with our main characters, Okurun and uh, Momo Ayase, showing up to the tunnel where Okurun was possessed by Turbo Granny to challenge her to a race. Because if they can beat her in a race, they may be able to get rid of the curse on Okurun and get his dick back. Which
But
I
only his dick.
Yep, I will say, he does get his dick back very quickly in this episode.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to just flop into place.
Yeah, yeah. So
I I hate that I said that.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it was a choice. I'll
It
respect the
was.
choice.
No, don't respect it. I hate myself.
I'm not respecting the result of the choice, but I respect that you made a choice. Yeah.
Uh,
So we get giant turbo granny head from both sides, which is
she's
it's something
horrifying.
it's something special, all right. I love that her eyes turn into
Eyes.
that. Yep, yep. Which this episode has like some decent like it has some decently creepy stuff going on, which I appreciate. Um Like we get
I
that,
can't
we get
check.
the giant crab too, which we'll get to
What
later.
everything eventually evolves into crabs.
That is true. That's a real thing. Everyone, you can look
Look
it
it up.
up. Yeah, like within, let me see, within the first 2 minutes of this episode, Okurun gets his dick back. Mainly because the curse is built around the concept of like Turbo Granny stole his dick is part of the curse. So when she returns his dick, the curse is lifted from him and he can't use his turbo powers anymore.
So does she just take the balls for fun?
I mean, we find out more later about that. Let's say that. Like,
Okay.
that's the next big arc is about him trying to get his testicles back.
Okay.
Well, the next like mini arc. You know how like we had like for Chainsaw Man, we had a few like small arcs over the 12 episode run for that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna get something similar going on where like the next mini arc is Okurun trying to get his balls back. Like it's all relatively connected to the Turbo Granny stuff. Yeah, so they challenged Turbo Granny to a race because she's an arrogant old bitch and she truly believes she can beat anyone in a race. And the race is a game of tag, which they're supposed to get like a certain amount of time head start. Was it like
10
10
minutes.
minutes? And she starts to like she starts counting and then she starts skipping numbers and then she's skipping minutes.
She goes 1, 2, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, she started with seconds and then she skipped to minutes and then she was like skipping over minutes. She doubled back a little bit and then skipped forward again. And then she caught ISA.
But Okaru pulls the biggest power move possible here.
Yep. Because in episode 1, he was offered the suckle her teat, and she'll gobble his dong, and lo and behold, the prophecy has been fulfilled, and he bites down hard on her tit, which,
Her very saggy titties.
yep, again, this is an amazing anime. I've recommended it to all of my friends. My friends are in their 30s. I would not feel super comfortable if a kid told me they were watching this show, I would probably call their parents.
Yeah.
Like there's some fucking bonkers shit going on here. I do love that he bites her tit and she can't shake him off because of the magic clothing he's wearing.
Just has to wear him like a meat suit after that.
Yep. So she possesses him again because that's the only way she can get him to stop biting her is to become him, and then tears off the clothes. And yeah, then we get Ayase using her psychic powers to try to grapple with Turbo Granny, which works out like fairly well, all things considered.
I so much happens in this intro before the actual like opening.
Yep. Like we're
I
still
didn't.
I was gonna say we're still like 6 minutes in.
It's 6 minutes 44 seconds before the opening starts,
Mhm.
and we get all that. We get Turbo Granny's true form,
Yep.
and then we get massive entity crab.
Dude, also I love this crab's design.
Dude, the crab is sick.
It is honestly a really fun idea for an evil spirit for them to fight. Like the fact that it has all these like faces on the shell works out really well. Like it's simple but really effective.
I okay. I can love true form Turbo Granny.
Yep.
It's so dumb.
Just like little fucking big nose ghosty lady. Yep. I also love that they have to use Okarun's they use like his powers to escape, and we get a ridiculous usage of his powers where he starts spinning his legs to become a helicopter.
But for like 2 seconds, then
Yep.
he's like, "God, I'm too tired."
All right. Well, this is a drag. I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like, I've read a little bit farther than this. I'm probably like a couple of arcs ahead of this now, and they do some kind of fun stuff with his super speed. I hope that it gets played up more. I'm at the point where there are three like main protagonists now.
Yeah.
There's Okarun, uh, Ayase, and there's a third person who is also kind of important. And each one of them kind of fits a different niche, which I like.
Hmm.
Like Okarun's like really fast. Obviously Ayase's got like telekinetic abilities, and this other person's like strong and agile.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask if they were strength based.
Kind of, but also kind of not. Like a good way of describing it is like Okarun is speedy. This person's almost like a dancer in how they fight. So it's a lot of like it's still movement, but it's more like
Fluids.
agility. Yeah. Anyway, um, they go through the red light district, which is hilarious.
God, do they ever.
Yep. So we just have Ayase and Okurun running through the red light district because this is still a love story, and now they've gone to the
The
place where the
springs.
love hotels are.
The Love Hotels. They've taken a hot bath together
Yep.
now.
Yep. They've cooked a crab.
They've got crabs now, and then Turbo Granny turns all of them into like they're essentially zombies, right?
Kind of, yeah. Like she turns all the people in the area into sort of zombies. Like that's kind of what it's supposed to evoke is the idea of a zombie horde, but they're not quite zombies. Like they're just people who are possessed by Turbo Granny.
Huh.
So our teenagers have to try to stay ahead of the Turbo Granny m- uh, mob, for lack of a better term.
Oh god.
Uh, they Ayase and Okurun run to what was it? Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of the song now. It's the William Tell Overture.
I think so. It's the one you would hear at most like horse races.
One second.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's the William Tell Overture.
Yeah, but a very synchronized version of it.
Hmm. Yeah, they have like a slightly modernized version of that, which again I appreciates it.
It's such an odd choice.
It is, but it also really works, which is it's surprising how well it works. Like I wouldn't have picked that song to play here, but I'm not upset that it happened, you know?
Yeah,
Like it makes sense and also doesn't make sense at the same time, which is a weird thing to say.
like during their like initial takeoff, and then the essential animation during it fits so well
Hmm.
until they're in the sky
Yep.
and she
Uh,
makes giant eagle wing hands.
yep. Again, they do a really good job with like the powers too and making them look interesting still. Then they get so they run through the town using Okarun's speed and like he launches them through the air so Ayase can like fly them through the air.
She essentially Spider Mans it
Yep.
for like a mile.
Yep. So they're working as a really good tag team where one is augmenting the abilities of the other. Like Okarun's really fast, but like he can't necessarily use it like all the time for like a full on like run them from start to finish. So he does like burst, she throws it them, burst, throws them again, burst again. So they can kind of like she's basically just he's using himself as a springboard basically for her to then like whip them off of stuff, which fucking sick. Love it. So they get to the train tracks. Um, Turbo Granny merges with the giant crab monster to become
Creepy.
yeah. Again, love this weird combination of the two of them where you can see like the Turbo Granny like features in the giant crab. Then she thinks that she has them, and ISA uses her psychic about powers to grab onto a train passing by and like get them on top of it because Turbo Granny runs 100 kilometers an hour, and the train they're getting on runs 120 kilometers an hour. So hypothetically, Turbo Granny shouldn't be able to catch up to them. At least
That's true.
that's what is initially proposed.
But someone forgot about corners.
Yep. They have to slow down to go around corners, and Turbo Granny can maintain her speed perfectly. Which this also reminds me of a JoJo's fight that I fucking love. So,
Oh God, of course.
oh dude,
It's all just a JoJo reference at the end.
oh, and 100%. This is a JoJo reference. It's the Highway Star fight for sure. Yeah. So the best part is this is all a bait and switch to get her on the train so that they can move her out of her territory and into Ayase's grandma's territory.
Kimagoe City.
Yep. So then they can disperse the crab spirit, and they've beaten Turbo Granny.
And all her victims just float up in the air.
Yep. And they also pay tribute to the crab, which turns out to be a bunch of women that were violated and mutilated,
Yeah.
which is where all the faces came from.
All the choppy chops.
Yep. And Turbo Granny was just trying to be a real G and be nice to these girls that had experienced true tragedy.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Yep.
But
Did you?
now that explains why she wanted to bite everybody's penises off.
Yeah. She's just trying to protect the girls.
Yeah.
And then they eat the crab spirit. Did you see that one coming? That they were gonna eat it at the end.
No.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
still trying to figure out how.
uh,
How are they eating the ghost?
could not tell you, but they decided they can. I fucking love it.
I love the turnaround that Turbo Granny's actually the good guy this whole entire time.
I mean, yes and no. She's still a piece of shit. She's just a redeemable piece of shit. And then we get two awkward teenagers who are like parting ways, and they both realize, do I really like? Is this the end of us being around each other? Because I don't really want to stop being around this other person because
Oh
they're
my
in love now and they can't properly articulate this.
god. Aww. This is so cute.
Hmm.
Young love.
Yep.
Oh god. But then they gotta remember they have school together.
Yep. And they're gonna potentially see each other every day, which that's what the next episode's about. But it's also about something very important
Well, you'll
because
find out next time.
I mean, considering the episode's name is like, where are your balls? I mean, Okarun got something back.
Turbo Granny, you sly dog, you.
Yeah, giving him his dick, but forgetting to purposely choosing not to give him his balls back. So yeah, that was DanDaDan's episode 4. I fucking liked it. I thought it was a fun time.
Dude, every episode's been fun so far.
Oh yeah. Like the animation is top notch. I really enjoy the writing. That's why I've read some of the manga. I'm gonna read more of it, but like it's so much fun. Um, the uh, the characters are all really well written. Again, w- soon we'll get another character that is fun.
I'm I'm just hoping the next episode is when we finally get, you know, they show the cat.
Hmm.
I want it to be alive in this next episode.
I mean, it'll happen soon. I'll tell you that
Okay.
for sure. I've watched the next episode. You'll get what you want soon. Let's say that.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Anyway, tune in next time where we talk about what happened
DanDaDan.
to. Yeah, I was gonna say we talk about what happened to Okaru's balls. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.